Welcome to another edition of the Face Off. This is Sportmentary, and joining me from Winnipeg is the Comish.
Hello.
Boy, is there a delay up there in Winnipeg?
I'm just delayed.
Anyway, you know what? You had submitted a question for this week's Face Off, and I'm gonna go with it. I think it's ludicrous, but let's go, okay? So the Commish has this question for us to debate today. Did LeBron James deserve to win a championship? Well, I'm going to say yes. And yes, I have been a big critic of the guy, but here are a couple things, and we can check them off as I mention them. That to me is determination that is proof that he deserved to win a championship. Was he the regular season MVP? Check. Was he the playoff MVP? Check. Did he lead his team to victory? Check. Did he average almost 30 points per game? Check. Did he have quite a few triple doubles? Check. Did he lead his team when Wade was pathetic and sucked and Bosh was injured? Check. That's a champion. That's the heart of a champion. I don't think you can argue with that, but give it your best shot.
Well, I think we're probably on different levels here. I'm looking at it from the point of view of I will never forget how LeBron James turns back on Cleveland. I just don't think he's deserving of a title, no matter how well he played, no matter what he did to the fact he won the MVP, the fact he might have had 10 more points per game from last year versus this year. It doesn't really matter. That doesn't change the decision that he made and how he did it and how they put together this so-called dream team. For that matter, I don't think Chris Bosh deserves a title. Dwayne Wade has a second one. I don't think he deserves a second one. The point is, certain players just don't deserve to win, and when they win, I can't feel good for them. I want to feel good for teams when they win. When the Los Angeles Kings won the Stanley Cup, there wasn't one player on that team that I couldn't feel good for.
It's you're looking at it. Do you like a team that wins a championship? I agree with everything you said about LeBron James. You know that I've been a big critic of him. I've called him Le Busto. I've heard him being called Le Brick. I've coined a term for him and Luongo called LeBrongo, because up to this moment they were both chokers in big time games. I've criticized him for it, not closing the fourth quarter, especially last year was an example, not finishing through in the playoffs when his team should have won a championship. But he turned that around. He took what happened last year, he changed his game and he changed his attitude. I do believe he matured. And he worked on his game. And he worked on being a winner. To me, that means he deserved it. Like, there's many teams I've seen that have beaten my teams who I thought deserved the championship, even though I hated them. You know, the team as a whole deserved it. People argue that they don't like Kobe Bryant, but you can't argue that he didn't deserve some championships because he led his team to it. So
that's another good example of a guy who doesn't deserve titles. It's maybe when good things happen to what I think are bad people, I have a tough time dealing with it. And maybe that's the point.
I think you would hate every company in North America, or just about, or every millionaire who's become a millionaire. I mean, maybe I'm turning this political, and maybe I'm being, a little bit of a socialist here. But how many millionaires are good people that did the right things to get there? I mean, there are some, and I know some, but there are also some that are total scumbags and walked over their employees to get to money.
Yes, but we don't see that's not played out in the public the way that you watch LeBron James and the decision, and you watch him celebrating on the floor. I just want to feel good for the guy when they're celebrating. When Michael Jordan won, his feelings looked genuine when he cried the first time he held that championship trophy next to him. I felt for him. I felt something. You know what? Kobe Bryant's another example. If he never wins another championship again, I'll be happy. But the fact is, I'm having a tough time dealing with this.
Well, I'll tell you what. If LeBron James would have been the LeBrick again, you and I would have been dancing around, jumping up and down and happy, right? It would have brought excitement to us, just like seeing Vancouver and Phoenix losing in the NHL playoffs. It probably brought more excitement that these types of teams lost, and teams that I want to win. But that's what makes sports, and that's what makes this story special, because everybody was gunning against the guy. Everybody was. Yeah, I've got the crying baby who's trying to take my thoughts away from me.
Well, she's crying because LeBron James is a champion, and she knows that sometimes good things happen to bad people, and it's hard to explain why.
Anyway, what I'm saying is, I think that it needs special moments. The only game I watched of the NBA Finals was the final game. As a matter of fact, the only game I watched of the NBA playoffs was that final game. And yes, I was looking for that guy to choke his way in a must-win situation. I was expecting him to choke. That's why he deserves to win. His team, actually, there was a number of good players. Those 3-point shots coming down, the mark of a great player, even Michael Jordan, as you once said, needed a supporting cast. But I will tell you once again, even in that final game, they don't win if LeBron James isn't on the court. They win because of LeBron James and nobody else. He is 100% deserving. I'll give you the last thing, but I know I'm right on this one.
All I can say is you might be right that LeBron James played well enough to win the championship, but did he deserve to be called the champion? Does he deserve to be called the champion? And in my books, I don't care how well he's played. For that matter, I don't think Tiger Woods, I don't think Kobe Bryant, there's several other sports personalities I don't think deserve to ever be called champions again. But again, we have no control over that. And you're right, that's what makes sports, and that's why it is a compelling story, because there's someone always to root for and root against. And in this case, I guess I've lost hope and faith in fate.
Or good versus evil. But anyway, as I said, I'm right. I just know it. Anyway, we're running out of time here. We're beating around the bush.
Well, yeah, you can let the people vote determine if
I mean, as I said, yeah, do I like the guy? No. Did I want him to lose? Yes. Did him winning just leave me with an empty feeling? Yes. Did he deserve to win? Yes. And that's, to me, the bottom line. He deserved to win regardless of how much I hate the guy. Anyway, you can follow us each week on the Face-Off at sportmentary.com. That's www.sportmentary.com. Look for more Face-Offs and also for other sports commentary and opinions. Anyway, we'll see you next week. Hey, Mitch, see ya.
Goodbye.